Hey y'all, it's Christy from Teadoddles, and today I have a rule. I have some on the side of my machine. I keep about 6 bobbins rolled up, and once I finish them, it's time to wind some new bobbins, and then but first I'll clean out my machine here, okay? So I'm going to show y'all what I do. This is how my machine opens up. So, and this is a Strong and Tough Brother machine. I'm going to go ahead and take this bobbin out. This bobbin's not quite through, but it's almost through. So I'm going to go ahead and wind these up. So I'm about to wind up. Wow, I'm about to run out. So I also take this presser foot off. You may want to take the needle off. That's up to you. I'm not going to because it's already threaded. I don't want to have to rethread it, but that's me. So then this little part right here comes off. Well, hold on. Take this off. It works better. It'll come off more easily. There we go. This little piece comes off. You can see all the fuzz in there already. So I'm going to remove this plate as well. So I have this little tiny screwdriver. This did not come on my machine. I bought it on a website somewhere. I don't know. If I find a link to one, I'll show you. It's just easier. The ones that come with the machine are usually just a flat thing. It has no handle on it. And that can be annoying to hold on to sometimes for me. So I just loosen them up just like that. Well, it's stuck. And then I'm going to unwind the rest with my finger because I find that easier to do. I do take them all the way out because I can't get this plate completely off otherwise. And it is important to clean your machine out on a regular basis. It helps the life of the machine. It helps prevent, you'll have less thread breakage and less issues with your threads. Do that. All right. So that's already coming up. So we'll take it out. So this kind of slides out. It's got a little thing under here that catches sometimes. So the next thing I'm going to do is take out my bobbin case. Just like this. Look at all that fuzz down in there. I have a pair of bent nose tweezers, an old really stiff paintbrush, and I have did this come with a machine or something? I bought extra. Anyway, it's got fuzz stuff stuck in it, but it picks up stuff pretty good. I use that in the end, usually mostly to get rid of the most stuff. But I also have a mini vacuum cleaner with just dust in this little thing, just a little bit. You can see this thing needs to be cleaned out. It's got dust in it already. But I use these tweezers to get some of that stuff out. But I have a little mini vacuum cleaner. It's a USB vacuum cleaner that I'll use sometimes. Occasionally I extend past my 6 bobbin rule and it gets really bad in here. So I use this to pick up big pieces of lint like that. It usually comes out pretty good in clumps. And I'll use that to get most of my stuff out. I just find that doing that first gets most of the bigger pieces, and then I can use the brushes to get into some of the smaller areas, and it kind of just sticks to the end of the brush. You can get that off. Put all that down there. This little thing always has, this is a little bit hard to get out to me because it won't let go. And occasionally I will use something a little bit sharper, like these little scissors, to get that out, get it loose, like I just did. Alright, there we go. I think it's because there's some oil that gets in that area, or grease, or whatever you want to call it. That makes it accumulate, get clumpy. Alright, so look at between my teeth right here. I hope y'all can see that. See that little piece? I've been sewing with a lot of fuzzier fabric, and that tends to happen. If it's really fuzzy, sometimes they'll be just, that whole area will be full between those, and those are my feed dogs. That can make it not feed very well. You got all that build up in there. Now, I used to not do this as frequently, but since I've set this rule, I have less issues with my machine, and fuzz accumulates pretty fast in these things. I'm not sure. I'm guessing it depends on the thread, how much a bobbin holds. I use metal bobbins, so I prefer those. All right. All right. Now I'm going to take this, go around, get... And this is, like I said, because it's stiff, it grabs a hold of that fuzz more easily. You can get down in there. Oh, look at there. It was hiding down in there. That's what I mean. Sometimes I can't get to it with the tweezers because of the angle or whatever, and then this just makes it easier. So we'll grab a hold of that and get it out. Oh, yeah. Look at there. And I unearth stuff sometimes and get it out. It's amazing how much dust and lint comes off of fabric. And especially depending on what kind of fabric you're sewing with. Today I've been doing more with some flannels, and they really put off a lot of fuzz. Ooh, look at that. Uh-oh. Sorry. Y'all, I bumped this camera. I'm sorry. I'm kind of working around it so I could get a better, so I could give y'all a better view of what I was doing down in here. All right. I think I've got most of it done. Just gonna check down in this little area. Sometimes stuff gets down in there. I can't see too good. And it helps if you look at it from different angles. There's a big piece back there. Well, not as big as I thought. But, alright, I think that's it. So I got a good bit of fuzz out of there. I need to clean my big brush because it's full of fuzz. But, let's see. I'll show y'all all the fuzz I got out of there. So all of that came out of there this time. Woo. Yep. Little dust bunnies. And now we're going to put everything back together. So I don't actually put my bobbin case back in first. I'm going to put this metal plate back in here first. Just like that. just the same way as I did before. Oh. If I can get it in there. Finger tighten it, and then I'll come back with the little mini screwdriver. And tighten it back up. All the way. You don't want to over tighten this, anything like this on your machine. And in case you didn't remember, turning that the wrong way, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. It may look opposite, depending on what angle you're at. That is the general rule for most any fastener. Alright, there, you just want to make sure this plate's not moving. Alright, the reason I put that in before I put my bobbin back in, for me personally, it helps me get it lined up more correctly, as I have that plate to hold it down in there. Alright, so I got that back on. And we'll put this on. This snaps back on. Get all your bits back together. And the next thing I've got to do is wind some bobbins. This does not go this way. This goes this way. So I'm going to do that, and next time I'll show you how I clean out my serger. Alright, I hope y'all found this useful in some kind of way. In case you've never done that, you might want to check it out, because it could be pretty bad if you haven't ever done it. This is something you should do regularly, and depending on how much sewing you do, so that you can keep your machine healthy. That's like a health checkup for your machine. So y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.